It really tickles me that they have gray hair. We should all dance all the way around. I'm showing you the right side. I always show you the wrong side. Look at how cute that is. Isn't that super pretty? Like box pleats, see? How much fabric got released. These are like triangles. I really, really, really like these girls. Let's go dancing, I say. I went through my cupboards and I found out a few things that I wanted to upcycle last summer. I didn't get to. I think I published this one last video in one of last summer's videos. So this is a lovely dress that has like a really interesting skirt, but it's actually quite short. Also, it's quite transparent. So I don't think I will be wearing this myself as it is. So I thought it's a great way of experimenting, I'm trying to stop away from my dog because she's trying to get around. I don't know if you can see her, she's there trying to get a little bit of fresh air. Right, so this is the dress we're gonna start with. It's about my size, so it's a 46 I'm trying to figure out what it is in the UK. 46 maybe 18, 16, 18. And in the US, I think it's a couple of them less. So 14, something like that. Anyway, so I have, the skirt is a very interesting skirt. Let me show you, come with me, come with me. The skirt is really interesting. It has all these gathers that I am gonna chop off so I can see how much fabric I've got there. It's got these triangles that gives the volume to the skirt. On my last video, or the video before last, I don't know, I made this beautiful pinky boho dress, and now I've gone through all my stash to pick up all the stuff that I've been wanting to make and mix it up with the textiles. And I have some time to plan it, which is very unusual for me. So what I've done is I pick up some stuff that I like for this dress. First one is this absolutely stunning, let me show you the right side, absolutely stunning tablecloth that have these beautiful dancers that I personally love because they have silver hair, just like yours truly. They are absolutely gorgeous. I think this is definitely an Indian style. The dancers are Indian style, the motifs are Indian. It's a very, very lightweight cotton and it's absolutely gorgeous. So I'm gonna give it a good press. It's all nice and washed already. As I said, anything that comes to my studio, because it's all secondhand, most of it is secondhand anyway, it gets washed. So I really like the silhouette that I did for the pinky dress. And I don't know if I will wear it myself, but I would like to put this kind of a style on my shop. So I was wondering if I could somehow attach some of these skirts. Let me put a couple of pins so you can see what I'm thinking of. So if I could attach some of these textiles, somebody commented, oh, the pink dress looked like a 1930s style dress. And I think it does. I absolutely love the silhouette. I thought it was super cute. These will look, obviously I'm gonna have to maybe cut in half to give myself more textile, but obviously that's not gonna be enough. So this is something that I started doing quite a long time ago. I had a whole bunch of handkerchiefs. And I did like a very vintage style dress. And that was my very first video of me putting myself in camera properly. And I did a textile and I wrapped it around. It wasn't a finished product. It was just me trying my best, trying to get develop a way of making a video and making some clothes out of textiles. So anyway, this is part of the skirt of that original dress that I haven't unpicked because I really love the position of the textiles. So I was thinking if I could gather this, and I still have a few more of these handkerchiefs as well, so I could pin and make like a very asymmetrical skirt. So what I could do also is cut this skirt and add it to the new skirt. So find out where I want to cut it, and then create this very uneven skirt to create a very stylish boho dress. I like it to be quite long as well because it's like a summer kind of dress. So I have them, and let me show you. I thought I had them in here. Hold on. I have some of these still brand new. I mean, the vintage, but they've never been used. They're brand new handkerchiefs, and I absolutely love. I'm showing you the right side. I always show you the wrong side. Look at how cute that is. Isn't that super pretty? So anyway, I could add these ones and create more textile to go all around. And that is the idea for today's video. We're gonna be making this lovely boho dress into a lovelier, longer summer maxi boho dress. That's a mouthful. So that's what we're gonna do. Are you up for this? I am gonna be ironing all of this and get myself a coffee, of course, because it's been a couple of hours and I really need some. By the way, I found this lovely top in my wardrobe. I kind of forgot about it because it was sharing a hanger with a jacket and it was inside the jacket, so I couldn't see it. And I was just going through the wardrobe, putting things away, and I found it. I made it in one of the videos last year, and it was a very tight mini dress that I cut out and I made a peplum for all my original girls. You know, that's what I love to make. But how cool does it look like with my palazzo type style pattern pants? Doesn't it look awesome? I love it. It's a really nice viscose fabric and it's super nice and fresh. I think I might have made a mistake. I made the the hem seems to be a little bit not straight. I don't know if I care to fix it because there is so much sewing I want to do. But oh my God, it's so nice and fresh and it looks really smart, doesn't it? I wear it with trainers. Unfortunately, I'm too old to be bothered about high heel shoes or anything like that. So everything is with trainers. But I wear with black trainers or white trainers. It depends of. And normally my Panama hat because it's too sunny for my face. Anyway, just wanted to show you that sometimes it's actually kind of nice making something, put in your wardrobe, and then one day you find yourself a new surprise. So this is the tablecloth. I just wanted to give you a close up. These are the lovely ladies dancing. There's a little bit of a mark there, nothing too much, but the rest of the tablecloth is fine. I really like the embroidery, and oh my God, look at that, how it folds. It's so breezy. I think it's like a muslin cotton fabric. It's super nice. I love it. I'm gonna try to see how I can cut it so I don't actually have to cut the ladies. So I was thinking, if I fold it, I don't want to cut the ladies, so I could either cut it horizontally, exactly not like that, like this. So if I cut it like this, horizontally, like to get two rectangles, I cut through this motif here instead of through the ladies. So I could cut it like that and give myself two squares, or I could cut it in a diagonal, also cutting the motifs and not the ladies, and have like a bigger piece of fabric, but it will be like in a triangle kind of situation. I'm not 100% sure how I'm gonna do it, and I was just showing you there's now that I'm ironing it, I can see there's a tiniest little bit of an imperfection there. I am 100% sure I will be selling this dress, so I will make a comment and say, you know, there's a tiny little imperfection, but this is what happens when you get these beautiful old textiles. So I have that. What we're gonna do now is I'm gonna be cutting the button of the skirt first, as I mentioned you, And then I might try it on and see where, because there is kind of a lot of detail to this skirt, to see where I can start my skirt, give myself obviously a little bit of a seam allowance to put the skirt in, and then I start creating some more fabric with this, because this is not enough. So, and this is quite long, I think. Yeah, very long. So I might need to unpick this line of handkerchiefs and tidy up with the rest of the ones I've got. You know, that's what I fancy doing, to be honest. What I fancy doing right now is creating some textiles with these ones. So I think I might start on that one. I'm trying to do something that doing what I fancy doing. It really tickles me that they have gray hair. We should all dance all the way around. We went dancing with my friend and I went dancing in Amsterdam, and it was 4 decades dancing. There was supposed to be 80s, 90s, noughties, and 10s. And my favorite music is the 90s and the noughties. And me being a Latin woman, I was so frustrated. There was a lot of 1980s balada, superpower balada thingy. So I still dance a lot, considering that I'm a grey silver, what I call myself a silver bag. Considering I'm a silver bag, I was dancing a lot. The following day, though, my knee was telling me, you are a silver bag. So that was interesting. Anyway, I think I'm going to be creating some fabric first, because that's what I fancy doing. I'm just cutting the little tiny hem to release all this fabric. There's quite a lot of fabric trapped in here. Trying to not clip the fabric too high. Should have ironed it, but it's so warm. I'm just seeing if I can get away from ironing. It's too warm to do this, to put the iron board too much. See how much fabric there is here. Look. It's quite a bit. Yeah, see? I didn't want to do that. Well, I might have to iron it. Let me iron it, because this, I don't want to do that. Right, let's iron it. Okay, so I iron it, stop being lazy. And I got a little bit hotter. But I iron it, and I think it's better to be able to release. Can you see how much fabric gets released once I take the little, it is, how you call it, an overlock, a very, very tiny overlock stitch that is picking up some kind of pleats. Like the way I do my pleats, actually, they are like box pleats. See how much fabric got released? These are like triangles that then got pleated at the bottom to create the volume, which was quite interesting to start with. It's just not the look I wanted to go for, but it's making a mental note. Yeah, I'm making a mental note for this, because that was an interesting way of finishing a hem of a skirt, you know, like a little bubble. It's very, very, very warm. So yeah, I was just showing you how much fabric got released. I'm going to try it on and see where I want to cut the skirt, and then cut it all around and get all this fabric. So yeah, I have this one, which is like a normal perfect square, and then I have this one. So I think I'm going to have to do some jigsaw puzzle to create some fabric. So I tried it on, and there's a natural lining here. Out of all the patchwork that this dress has, this is the shortest one, and when I try on, it actually hits right in the middle of the hip, like on the hip. So I think that's a perfect line. I'm going to take it off the bust and lay it flat and cut from there, and then we can build the skirt from there, because I think this is kind of distracting me. And I think if I see it line like that, then I can maybe make up how the skirt is going to be like. Right, the time has come to cut the lovely tablecloth. I iron aligned. It's not symmetrical 100%, so it goes through this motif a little bit of kilt. So I'm just gonna cut it right in the middle of it, because it doesn't really matter much. Oh, Well, I hate cutting the motifs, but at least I don't cut the ladies. The ladies get sit at each side of the pieces of skirt that I'm making. Also, I noticed there's a little bit of hole here, so I'm going to be mending that with, I might just put like a little embroider, a little flower or something like that. Something small, because just to finish that hole. Yeah, this is a little bit nerve-wracking, I'm not going to lie. Once you put the scissors on it, that is it. I'm going off a little bit of a kilt so I can actually get the motifs right in the middle. And I'm going to be using the original hems because they are, stop it. There we go. I'm going to use all these original hems because they are lovely. They're beautifully done. And fix this little hole here. I don't know if you can see it. A tiny little hole there. Sorry, the phone rang. Anyway, I was showing you what I'm doing at the moment. I have this panel made out of the handkerchiefs, the beautiful embroidered handkerchiefs. Then I have this piece of embroidery anglais that I have put in the, I'm just pinning it to see how much I like it. Then I cut this one that was a bit dramatic, I'm not gonna lie. I'm getting a little bit less and less happy with the scissors, and I think it's because I really don't want to mess up any of the textiles. So anyway, I'm thinking, as I always do, I like to pleat the skirts more than gather them, because I think it gives a much more elevated look. That's my opinion anyway. So yeah, I'm just pleating around. Somebody asked me, why is it not showing the raw edge? I'm just pleating like this to show you and to show me what the skirt would look like. But what I do is I take it off here because I like to make myself more work. I take it off here, I stitch it properly and iron all the seams, and then I stitch it right side to right side. So the seams are all inside. And then yes, beautifully finished. This is just for me to see how much I like to see the end result. If I like, because there's no pattern for this, of course. I'm just making this as I go along. So I want to see how much I want to gather, because I want these ladies to be seen. So I might gather the white bit a little bit more, like much more strongly gathered, and then these ladies not so much, so you can actually see them when you walk. See what I mean? So like that. Some of these tablecloths have like a little mark here and there. I'm trying to cover them with a little bit of embroidery, as I said, because the whole point of using the textiles is that you use them. Okay, right. So the idea, I actually have a lot more textiles than, because I still have the skirt, which I might put a little layers. My dog is walking around, that's the nails that you can hear. I might still put, like the original skirt, I might do like a fringe. And okay, so this is what I meant to say. So here, I'm going to really wrinkle, really have like a much more pleated, because the fabric itself is just a lot of white. There is less interest. This is more interesting to me anyway. The ladies dancing are far more interesting than the white beads. So the white beads, I might just really fringe it. So there's more volume there. There's a little bit more interest. I do have a lot more actually. I have quite a lot of textiles. And I like to put quite a bit of volume. So what I might do, and also I have the original skirt. What I might do is I might cut some panels from the original skirt and then just layer like a little bit in some parts. Like a little, oof, like little knives. So I might give myself a little bit of a layer, if you know what I mean. and make it shorter so you can still see the skirt. I don't know if you can see, hold on. Yeah, sorry, I'm filming and then I realized that I might be off the frame, so you might not be able to see what I'm saying. So if I look at the skirt, you can see there's already some gathers, original gathers, in between some of the panels, and some of the panels are straight. It's a very interesting skirt, but it's been 1.5 years in my stash and I never used it. So maybe what I could do is this triangle, maybe I could pleat, put the little pieces on top of the white skirt to give a little bit more of a volume and give it a bit more interest. That's what I might do. I think for the moment, I'm gonna gather, because I have so much more, I have quite a bit of fabric actually. Normally it's the opposite problem, but this time around I have quite a bit of fabric. So what I might do is stitch it all in the tube and then all of the fabric that I want, and then see how pleated it gets, and then put a strategic pieces of this. Also, wouldn't that be nice to make with some of it? I just thought about it. You know, with this triangle thingy, it looks almost like, oh my God, look. It's almost like the sleeve. Wouldn't it be nice to add in a sleeve with a triangle? Oh, look at this cool parrot. It's a really nice fabric, actually, this one. Maybe I could do that. Maybe I could cut 2 of these triangles. I have quite a few. Let's see. 4. Oh, I have 4 triangles. Maybe I could take 2 of them, because that's the triangle. Look, that is the triangle. All this bit straight up here. Maybe I could make like a flouncy sleeve. That is another problem. Now I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to stitch it all like a big tube, and figure out how much fabric I want to put. I really, really, really like these girls. Let's go dancing, I say. I have created the tube that is going to become the skirt, to give a little bit of volume and a little bit of not of the same kind of textiles. I added a panel of handkerchiefs here. Then you have the lovely ladies. Then you have another panel of handkerchiefs and stitched differently. Then you have the broderie anglais, and then you have the ladies again. So it's actually quite a big piece. I don't know if you can see, this is doubled up. It's actually quite a lot of fabric. So what I'm gonna do now is, I stitched it like this. I was trying to give each piece of fabric a little bit of a moment. So some of them I stitched the scallops on top, and some of them I stitched that on top to give it a little bit of a volume, texture to the skirt. Right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna choose what I'm gonna put in the color, and the only color I have is the ladies. So I would like the ladies to be in one side, so either the right or the left, more prominently, and then the rest of the skirt is gonna be pleated accordingly. So that's what we're gonna do now. So I hope you can hear the wind again. You guys tell me you don't hear it, so that's good. Anyway, I pinned the skirt. The dog keep on going around trying to find the coolest place. Can you see the skirt? Yeah. I pinned the skirt. I really like the way these ladies end up in here. I'm gonna stitch the plaits first and then stitch it to the top. And I was actually thinking I might stitch it with a pleat like this instead of right sides in, and then put something around on the top, because I fancy doing that as a different way of doing it. I always do it the opposites, right side to right side. Yeah, I really like the way it ended up being the skirt. It's really, really cute. The back has all the broderie and grey, and then it has these girls in here again. So I've been thinking about the sleeves. What I might do is, where is the thing? Hold on. Here. What I might do is I might cut this on and put it here and see what it looks like, because I think it might be too much. because there's so much fabric going on. I think that the dress might look better just without the sleeves and just like this, which only means is that I'm gonna have this for another dress, another makeup. The nice thing is that all the tablecloths are finished, so they have different high and low lengths, a little bit different, and they're all finished. So I'm gonna leave it like that. I don't need to finish that. I just need to top stitch it. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Top stitch it and then put maybe something to, I don't know if I wanna do it a little bit zigzaggy and just let it be rough like this. I kind of dig it. It kind of goes with the blouse, with the dress. What do you think? Okay, I wanna show you what I've done. I cut the little flounces that I told you they were on the skirt. Isn't this the most amazing, beautiful fabric? I love it. So my idea is to just go around the whole thing and give it a double, like that, do a double thing and just finish it nice. But I just want to show you what I was thinking of doing with the little flouncy thing. Because it comes in a pig, I was thinking I could just literally stitch it like this to the existing strap. And all I need to do is go around the whole flouncy thingy. Just go around the whole flouncy, finishing the raw edges, finish the raw edge here. It's not really that much. I mean, I could, eligibly, there's still 2 more of them in the skirt. So I could stitch and make a double per sleeve, if you know what I mean. So, and then just literally just top stitch it here and let it free. So when you walk, it kind of moves around with you. And then you still have a finished armhole. I think, I don't know, I think it might be kind of cute. Also, I was looking at the skirt. I cut some pieces for the skirt as well, which I want to strap it to the white bit and do exactly the same thing. Finish all the raw edges by turn it and turn it again. So it's really nice and finished everywhere. So I have this bit, which is already been gathered. It's already been gathered, which it gives a different aspect to this one that has been gathered. It has like a patchwork with bias pieces and it's kind of really different and I like that. So anyway, this is the other sleeve, would be the other sleeve. So if I was to do that, obviously I'm just pinning here for you to see. I will have to measure them and make them proper. But what do you think? Do you think that I kind of like it? And I like the fact that they will be free from the armhole. So they kind of, you know, it gives some kind of coverage on your arm, but it doesn't add a lot of volume. I was a bit worried that it might add a lot of heavy on the top, considering there's so much fabric. I mean, all the fabrics are super light anyway. Also, the idea was to put this in between just the white bits. But I don't like the fact that we'll cover some of the ladies, and the embroidery is the one thing I like the most. I'm thinking I might move the skirt. I might take it off, stitch it as it is with the pleats, and then move it a little bit more so the white bit is a little bit more on the hip. Let me put a pin. So many pins, I'm running out of them. Oh gosh. If it was so easy just to pin it and that would be it, wouldn't that be nice? I always thought that I enjoy sewing because I enjoy sewing. I think this is the bit I enjoy the most. Putting the fabrics together, trying to come up with a design that I like. I don't know, I quite like it. What do you think? I like this. I wasn't too sure at the beginning. And even though this is a bigger size, this will go well from anyone my size and smaller, because you could always, of course, add like a really cool brown leather, or even a corset type, or a very hippie style, or you could just let it be and be a very whimsical kind of fabric. dress, I meant. So what do you think? What do we think about adding the pieces? With or without? I wanted to add 2 pieces. I wanted to add that one, and I wanted to add this one maybe here. Again, and maybe I can even gather it. So it's actually just, let's get some more pins, shall we? I hope you're not too far away. I don't know where to put you sometimes because I'm thinking, I have to think of you at the same time I have to think of what I'm making. Right. No, I don't like gather because it looks like a little, I think what I like the most is probably just expanded and just covering some of the white bit. Right, it's not pinned perfectly. What do we think? Let's move her around a little bit. Let's move her around a bit. What do we think? Shall we put the piece or shall we not? I'm kind of thinking if I'm gonna add the sleeves, this idea might not be the best idea, I think, because, you know, I'm already adding this volume here and I think I like it without it. Let's take this one off again. Okay, like this. So, I mean, I don't feel bad about these pieces of fabric because, as you know, everything goes back into my stash, and it might be used in the future towards something else. I really like these ones in here, and I really like these. It's funny sometimes, isn't it? How you start doing something, have an idea, and then as you keep on working, the ideas progress. I was convinced I was going to be adding like a skirt extra layer on the skirt, but I think I might be adding these kind of flounces on the sleeves instead, because I think it will look really nice. So I'm going to I also changed my mind again about the skirt. I'm going to take it and stitch it properly. I'm going to stitch it first. Then I'm going to put right sides together to the skirt, stitch it, and then stitch everything together. I'm not going to be showing you the stitching because it's literally just a stitch all around, but I'll come back to show you the finished piece. It's as done as I think I might want to do. I have done the skirt, just pinned it as it was, and I absolutely love how the ladies turned up to be. And the back is so nice, isn't it? Let me get out of the light so you can actually see. I'll put some pictures so you can actually see. I think it's really, or maybe I can come this way. You would have thought I would have figured this one out by now. Okay, so that is the back of the dress and that is the front. I absolutely love it. This will look, I try on, the problem being, the fabric is quite see-through and I don't have anything that I can wear that don't show my underwear, and I don't really fancy having a video of me on YouTube's in see-through clothing. But, you know, for those of people that don't mind, or they can wear like a really 90 or something, a swimsuit or any sort of thing. Now, I haven't stitched the flounce in here yet because as much as I love them, I'm not 100% sure. I think they look good. These, of course, I was just showing you, will look lovely for a smaller size woman or the same size as myself, anywhere between me and a size small or extra small even. It's very hippie looking, it's high and low, it has these textures and the lovely ladies I love the most. I don't know, what do you think of the flounces? I think it's a great idea. I finished the all edges and I think it gives such a nice volume, and it's kind of on top of the sleeve, if you know what I mean, because your armholes are all finished and then that's just covering your arm. I think it's gorgeous. They're just pinned, so I could just take one and show you, see what you think. What is best, with or without? I generally really enjoy doing this kind of thing, but I still can't figure it out. I'm looking at the screen and I think, let me see with you. maybe with, don't you think? Maybe with, it kind of makes it a little bit more dressy, don't you think? It's gorgeous. I love this bit detail here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be making more of these type of dresses because the whole fun that I enjoy the most is making the textiles to make the skirt. And I have gone through my stash and trying to pair things together. And yeah, I really love making this kind of thing. Yeah, I think I might like it most with the flamsy. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it here. I hope you enjoy it. Just to show you a dress that wasn't quite right. It turned out to be a super awesome breezy summer maxi dress with embroidery tablecloth and some bits and pieces, even handkerchiefs. Yeah, I really love it. So I hope you enjoyed the making of this lovely bohemian dress. And if you did, please do so. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.